Imagine your gut as a flourishing garden. For it to thrive and produce healthy fruits, it needs careful attention, essential nutrients, and freedom from weeds that hinder its growth. Our gut, much like this garden, is a complex and delicate ecosystem, and its health directly impacts our quality of life. Unfortunately, millions of people suffer daily from digestive discomforts, ranging from bloating and gas to more severe abdominal pain, often without understanding the root cause. Studies show that a significant portion of these problems is linked to gut inflammation, a silent enemy that may be sabotaging your well-being without your awareness. In this video, we will uncover the secrets to vibrant gut health by exploring the crucial connection between the foods we eat and inflammation. By the end of this journey, you will have the knowledge to identify foods that might be harming your gut and, more importantly, be equipped with practical strategies to nurture a healthy and balanced gut.
Ever feel drained halfway through your workout? I used to struggle with energy and slow recovery. Then I found this fast-acting nitric oxide booster. It increases nitric oxide by 200% in just 20 minutes. Just mix, drink, and get moving, so simple. I noticed better circulation and more stamina almost instantly. If you want quicker results, this is a game changer. Try it now and feel the difference in your next session.
This means improved digestion, a stronger immune system, and consequently, a significant boost to your overall well-being. Get ready to discover how to transform your gut into a health oasis, starting with the choices you make on your plate. The journey begins now, diving into what gut inflammation is, identifying the villains and heroes of your diet, and finally, putting into practice simple and effective tips for a life with more comfort and vitality. As we saw in the introduction, intestinal inflammation is a crucial factor impacting our digestive health. But what exactly does inflammation mean? Simply put, inflammation is our body's natural response to aggression, such as infections or injuries. It acts as a defense mechanism, sending immune cells to the affected area to combat the threat. Acute inflammation, like what occurs after a cut, is temporary and beneficial. However, when this response becomes chronic, as in the case of persistent intestinal inflammation, it can cause significant damage to the body. In the gut, chronic inflammation irritates the delicate lining of the intestinal walls, impairing its ability to absorb nutrients and keeping the digestive system in a constant state of alert. So where does the microbiome fit into this picture? Our gut is home to trillions of microorganisms, forming a complex ecosystem known as the gut microbiome or microbiota. This community of bacteria, fungi, and viruses plays vital roles in our health, from digesting food to modulating the immune system. A balanced microbiome, rich in beneficial bacteria, is essential for a healthy gut. However, when this balance is disrupted, a condition known as dysbiosis, harmful bacteria proliferate, triggering inflammatory processes in the gut. Imagine your gut garden being overrun by weeds choking out the healthy plants. Dysbiosis is precisely that, an imbalance that undermines the proper functioning of your gut. Chronic intestinal inflammation can manifest through various symptoms, such as abdominal bloating, excessive gas, recurrent abdominal pain, diarrhea or constipation, and even fatigue and mood changes. If left untreated, persistent gut inflammation can increase the risk of developing inflammatory bowel diseases, such as Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, and other chronic conditions. This is why it's essential to understand the factors that contribute to intestinal inflammation, with diet playing a crucial role in this process. Let's uncover the main villains in your diet, the foods that may be fueling this inflammation and harming your gut health. Just like weeds that harm a garden, certain foods can trigger and worsen inflammation in the gut, disrupting its balance and well-being. Let's identify these villains of gut health. Refined sugars. Refined sugar, found in sweets, sodas, cakes, and various processed foods, acts like poison for your microbiome. It feeds harmful bacteria, allowing them to multiply uncontrollably and disrupt the gut flora. This imbalance, in turn, promotes inflammation and damages the integrity of the intestinal barrier. Think of sugar as fertilizer for the weeds in your gut garden, choking out beneficial bacteria and creating an environment ripe for inflammation. It's important to watch not just for table sugar but also hidden forms of sugar in foods, such as high-fructose corn syrup, dextrose, and maltose. Processed foods, snacks, cream-filled cookies, deli meats, and other ultra-processed foods are loaded with chemical additives, preservatives, artificial colors, and flavors that harm the gut and contribute to inflammation. These artificial ingredients make digestion harder, irritate the intestinal lining, and alter the microbiome's composition, encouraging the growth of inflammatory bacteria. Imagine these additives as pesticides contaminating your gut garden, weakening its natural defenses. Trans fats, found in fried foods, industrial products, and certain types of margarine, trans fats are particularly harmful to gut health. They increase intestinal permeability, allowing toxins and harmful bacteria to cross the intestinal barrier and enter the bloodstream, triggering systemic inflammation. Picture trans fats as holes in the fence of your garden, letting in unwanted intruders. Red and processed meats. Excessive consumption of red and processed meats, such as sausages, hot dogs, and bacon, is linked to increased intestinal inflammation. These foods contain compounds that, in large quantities, can irritate the gut and promote the growth of bacteria that produce inflammatory substances. Alcohol. In addition to being toxic to the liver, alcohol also harms the gut. It damages the intestinal lining, disrupts the microbiome's composition, and increases intestinal permeability, fostering inflammation. Gluten and dairy. For sensitive individuals, for some people with gluten or lactose sensitivity, consuming these foods can trigger inflammatory reactions in the gut. It's important to note that food sensitivity differs from intolerance or allergies. If you suspect sensitivity to a particular food, consult a healthcare professional to perform tests and obtain an accurate diagnosis. Identifying these villains in your diet is the first step in combating intestinal inflammation. In the next chapter, we'll explore the heroes, the foods that help strengthen and protect your gut, cultivating an environment of health and well-being. Now that we've identified the villains that harm gut health, let's get to know the heroes, the foods that nourish, protect, and strengthen our gut, fighting inflammation and promoting microbiome balance. Just like a garden needs specific nutrients to thrive, our gut requires certain foods to stay healthy. Fiber. Fiber is a true ally of gut health. It acts as fertilizer for beneficial bacteria, promoting their growth and diversifying the microbiome. Soluble fibers, found in foods like oats, apples, and beans, form a gel in the gut that helps regulate bowel movements and reduce the absorption of fats and sugars. Insoluble fibers, present in whole grains, vegetables, and legumes, increase stool bulk and aid in the elimination of toxins. Probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are live microorganisms that, when consumed in adequate amounts, provide health benefits. They help repopulate the gut with beneficial bacteria, balancing the microbiota and combating inflammation. Probiotics can be found in fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut. Prebiotics, on the other hand, are non-digestible fibers that serve as food for probiotics, stimulating their growth and activity in the gut. Foods like onions, garlic, bananas, and asparagus are rich in prebiotics. Fruits and vegetables. True nutritional treasures, fruits and vegetables are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber, all essential for gut health. Antioxidants combat free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells and contribute to inflammation. Additionally, the variety of colors in fruits and vegetables signals the presence of different phytonutrients, bioactive compounds with anti-inflammatory and protective properties. Healthy fats. Not all fats are enemies of health. Healthy fats, such as omega-3s, play a crucial role in reducing intestinal inflammation. Omega-3s, found in cold water fish like salmon, tuna, and sardines, as well as seeds like chia and flaxseed, have proven anti-inflammatory properties and help regulate the gut's immune response. Spices and herbs. In addition to adding flavor to dishes, many spices and herbs have anti-inflammatory properties that benefit gut health. Turmeric, for example, contains curcumin, a powerful natural anti-inflammatory. Ginger also has anti-inflammatory properties and helps relieve nausea and digestive discomfort. Garlic, beyond being anti-inflammatory, has antimicrobial properties that help combat harmful bacteria in the gut. Incorporating these heroes into your daily diet is essential for cultivating a healthy and balanced gut. In the next chapter, we'll explore practical tips to put this knowledge into action and transform your diet into a powerful ally for your digestive well-being. Now that you know the foods that help combat intestinal inflammation, it's time to take action and learn how to incorporate them into your routine in a practical and delicious way. After all, knowledge is only valuable if we put it into practice. Weekly meal plan. Example. To make the transition to an anti-inflammatory diet easier, a meal plan can be very helpful. Remember, this is just an example and can be adapted to your preferences and individual needs. It's important to consult a nutritionist for a personalized plan. Monday. Breakfast. Yogurt with berries and unsweetened granola. Lunch, salad with leafy greens, grilled chicken, quinoa, and roasted vegetables. Dinner, vegetable soup with baked fish. Tuesday. Breakfast, green smoothie with spinach, banana, avocado, and chia seeds. Lunch, chickpea salad with raw vegetables and tuna. Dinner, curry chicken with brown rice and broccoli. Wednesday. Breakfast, oatmeal with fruits and nuts. Lunch, salad with lentils, grilled vegetables, and tofu. Dinner, baked fish with steamed vegetables. Thursday. Breakfast, scrambled eggs with spinach and tomato. Lunch, salad with leafy greens, shredded chicken, avocado, and sunflower seeds. Dinner, vegetable soup with ground beef. Friday. Breakfast, banana pancakes with oats and honey. Lunch, salad with quinoa, raw vegetables, and grilled salmon. Dinner, homemade pizza with whole grain crust, vegetables, and cheese. Saturday and Sunday. More flexible days, allowing for small indulgences without losing focus on healthy eating. Simple and delicious recipes. Anti-inflammatory green smoothie. Blend 1 cup of spinach, 1/2 frozen banana, 1/2 avocado, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and coconut water to taste. Grain and seed salad. Combine cooked quinoa, cooked chickpeas, chopped raw vegetables, carrot, cucumber, tomato, sunflower seeds, and a dressing made with olive oil, lemon, and fresh herbs. Baked fish with vegetables. Season a fish fillet with herbs, garlic, and lemon. Bake it in the oven along with chopped vegetables, broccoli, carrot, zucchini. Cook more at home. Preparing your own meals gives you control over the ingredients and helps you avoid chemical additives and processed foods. Plan your meals. Planning ahead makes it easier to choose healthy options and prevents slips in your diet. Read food labels. Learn to decipher labels to identify hidden sugars, trans fats, and chemical additives. Shop consciously. Prioritize fresh, whole foods and avoid ultra-processed products. Stay hydrated. Proper hydration is essential for good gut function and nutrient absorption. Chew your food well. Thorough chewing aids digestion and reduces the workload on your gut. Manage stress. Stress negatively impacts gut health. Practices like meditation, yoga, and deep breathing can help you manage it effectively. Implementing these tips step by step will help you build healthy eating habits and transform your gut into a true sanctuary of well-being. We have reached the end of our journey towards a healthy and balanced gut. Throughout this video, we explored the importance of gut health for overall well-being, uncovered the connection between inflammatory foods and digestive issues, and discovered how the right foods can be true heroes in the fight against inflammation. We saw that refined sugars, processed foods, trans fats, excessive red and processed meats, and alcohol act as villains, harming the delicate ecosystem of our gut. On the other hand, fiber, probiotics, prebiotics, fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, and spices are the heroes that strengthen, nourish, and protect our gut, promoting an internal environment of harmony and well-being. Remember, you have the power to transform your gut health through the choices you make on your plate. Every meal is an opportunity to cultivate your gut garden, feeding beneficial bacteria and fighting inflammation. Put into practice the tips we shared, try the recipes, and observe the difference that mindful eating can make in your life. A healthy gut is the key to a life full of energy, vitality, and well-being. And to keep receiving valuable tips on health and well-being, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Like this video if you enjoyed the content and share it with your friends and family so they can also benefit from this information. Leave your comment below sharing your experiences, questions, or suggestions for topics for upcoming videos. Your participation is very important to us.